What is up, Alphas? Welcome back to the Basics of Ark. My name is Keppel. So we are going to go ahead and get right back into it here. If you remember last time, I said focus on pursuits, how to spend your skill points, how to build a house, a little bit about taming. I taught you a little bit about everything. So today we're going to build on that. So at first, I told you to do pursuits. It gives you items and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through all these little pursuits just to show you how easy and quick they can be done. Congratulations, we have now moved up into the metal age from the stone age. So now you can make metal tools, which actually harvest a lot more and deal more damage and provide more armor if you make flak. So first thing you're going to do is make yourself some brand new shiny tools with that metal that you made. And let's go ahead and get into the higher up stuff. So now you got metal tools. Now you got a nice ascendant bow from that Dillo hunt. We're going to craft some narcotic arrows and some narcotics in general. And I'm going to go ahead and teach you how to use these. So obviously you're going to bolt us a bigger creature. Now that they're easier to tame, it should take relatively 1 to 2 shots for bigger creatures. So 1 and then 2. You want to give it about 4 seconds in between shots, so that way the torpor has a chance to build up. And there we go. Now, this attempt failed because I turned my back and a Dillo killed it. So I'm not going to go ahead and give you the advanced tutorial here. I found myself another high-level parasaur, so same premise, bullet it, go ahead and knock it out. Make sure you clear everything out, unlike I did here. Make sure you clear any hostiles out so that way your tame does not get eaten alive while it's sleeping. So the process here is, let me go ahead and freeze this. So as you can see here, you have the purple unconscious bar. If that goes all the way down to 0, the creature will wake up and you'll have to tame it all over again. Then you have the black put food in inventory to tame. If you put whatever food it likes in there, it'll start taming. At 100%, you'll have a brand new tame. Now, if you look a little bit above that, it says taming effectiveness 100%. If your creature gets attacked, or you attack it, or you give it food it doesn't like, the taming effectiveness will go down. Basically what it is the higher the effectiveness, the higher level it'll come out as once it's tamed. So, in order to make sure the unconsciousness bar does not go all the way down, all you do is you go ahead and throw a narcotic. Or if you're higher up, you can throw biotoxin inside of it and manually hit feed, and that will bring it back up. Just rinse, wash, and repeat. This white bar is its feeding interval. Every time that white bar gets to full, it eats. So as you can see here, it's at 8%. And now 17%. So as you can see, when this white bar gets to full, it's going to eat something and its bar goes up. So now it's at 21 and so on and so forth. I'm actually herbing around here to try and find some more mesoberries, if not rock carrots, because it likes rock carrots a lot better. And obviously the better it likes the food, the faster it will tame. So now keeping things asleep, as you can see, the unconsciousness meter is about halfway. So you go into its inventory, hit the manual feed button, it'll eat the narcotics, and it'll knock out a little bit more. This buys you time to tame it for longer, or if you're struggling with something like a Giga, you can put about 200-300 narcotics in there and just spam it. Just spam feed and it'll stay knocked out as long as you need it to. So as you can see here, I had that plus 12 levels from taming effectiveness, so this tamed out at level 38. So the better your taming effectiveness, the higher level it'll be once you tame it. So that's very key for trying to tame high level creatures and make them even higher. So now we're going to get into upgrading your houses. Stone, I think, should be where you start playing Ark, like actually grinding out whatever you need, because it's anti-bob proof. Low levels can't raid it without grenades or strong tames. And when I say strong, I mean like Rexes and Therazinos, which we'll come across later. So in order to upgrade things, all you do is you go over it and replace it with whatever it was prior. So as you can see here, I have stone instead of wood now, which means if a low level was to try and raid my house, they'd have to go through the wood walls because they would not be able to damage it unless they had metal tools. And with metal tools, they'd only deal 8 health, and it's got 10,000. So a little bit more strong. So now that we're in the metal age, you're going to be coming after these big shiny yellow rocks. These are metal rocks. This is what gives you your metal. This gives what? 2 metal every once in a while and lots of stone. However, if you were to mine this rock, you're going to get at least 40 to 50. If you hit it with an Ankylosaurus, you can probably get about 200 to 300 metal with a single hit. So the best way to gather this as a low level is to put about 200 weight, grab a parasaur or a trike, and use it as your pack mule. Not even kidding. load all the metal you find into it, and have it follow you back to home. So, RIP Parasaur, we got absolutely shredded. It was a fuster truck. I mean, I had 4 of them rip me off, kill me twice, kill the poor Parasaur. There was nothing I could do. So, we're going to upgrade since we have all these metal tools now. I seen a Sarco. I figured it's a good point to teach you how to use the scope, and I'll be able to tame something a little bit stronger. So, first things first, you're always going to want to have a crossbow or a regular bow with tranq arrows, obviously. So, you're going to want to shoot it in its face. Usually when you hit something in its face, it takes extra knockout damage. And what you can do here is if you pull out the scope and zoom in, you can actually see its torpor rising and when it starts to go down. So all you do is load up and shoot some more. This is good for higher level tames, so you can actually keep track of how long it's got until it knocks out. So being a Sarco, it likes meat. This time I'm going to do it with the Soothing Bomb. So you'll see the first time it only gets 5%. And then the second time, it's going to get about, I believe it was 50% taming effectiveness because of the Soothing Bomb. Now, the Soothing Bombs you can actually buy from the in-game store. You just go onto that little Ark icon tab, and you'll be able to buy multiple things from there. So here comes the first feeding. On the first feeding, you're going to see it only gets 5%. But I'm going to go ahead and put a Soothing Bomb in. Now, Soothing Bombs, you can have a ×10. You can farm those from caves. You can buy a ×15 or a ×5, I believe. So all you do is put it in its inventory and remote use. If you look up by its name, it's got the 10% now. And I'll see you on the next feeding. So as you can see here, it's only got the 5%. I'm going to throw more food in, and bada bing, bada boom. Over 50% taming effectiveness. And it's still got the 98 for extra 13 levels. So as you can see, Soothing Bombs speed up the process a lot and make taming the big bad creatures that take a few days take a couple minutes. So Soothing Bombs are very important. Farm up as best as you can, especially if you plan on taming everything. So since I used the Soothing Bomb, I didn't actually need any narcotics, but we got a level 40 Sarco. We're just going to keep her around as our mascot now. And she's got 300 weight, so I'll probably use her as like a pack mule as well. I will leave the naming up to you guys. Let me know in the comments or DM me what the Sarco's name should be. The next thing I'm going to leave you with is blueprints. So blueprints are basically weapon upgrades. So for tools, as you can see, 43 damage, 90 durability, while the regular one only has 32 and 40. So this one lasts twice as long and gets me a little bit more than a regular one would. Now you can only build these upgraded tools from blueprints. You have to find them, you have to grind them out from caves. Very hard to do. Now, for weapons and whatnot, swords, pikes, anything else, obviously, the higher the blueprint, the more it's going to cost and the more damage it will do. If it's a crossbow, especially for taming, the higher the damage, the more quicker it'll knock things out. So, the best thing you want to do is farm these blueprints as best you can and get the supplies to make them. So, that concludes the intermediate tutorial. Hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.